Hey Mountain View, it's Miss Rice. I am here today to talk to you about cooking quesadillas on the stovetop. But I'm going to do a quick screen share because I want to go over some safety rules with you about using a stove and this recipe. You can cook these in the microwave. Always use a microwave safe plate, such as glass, and cover your food. You could do that with a specific cover that comes with microwaves, or you can even just use a couple of paper towels. Maybe 1 to 2 minutes of cooking time is all that's needed. Get adult permission before using the stove or oven and make sure that you know how to use it. When you are using a stovetop, always use oven safe mitts or gloves. Keep the stovetop heat setting somewhere between a low and a medium heat for this recipe. So that might be anywhere between a 2 and a 5 if you actually have numbers on the dial for each burner. Don't ever walk away from the stove. For this recipe, maybe cook 5 to 7 minutes on each side, depending upon your stovetop temperature. If you are ever adding chicken, pork, or beef, make sure that it is always cooked thoroughly first. Don't ever put raw protein sources, raw animal meat in this. It's also best to add cooked vegetables instead of raw, but that might depend upon some of your preferences. And turn off the stove when you're done, obviously. And then for this particular recipe, in addition to the corn tortillas, I'm recommending between 1/4 and 1/3 of a cup black beans and 1 serving of cheese, which is generally the standard serving size. So I have my oven mitt and I have a tortilla, and I'm going to put the tortilla in. I've already kind of seasoned the pan with a little bit of butter. You don't have to do that, but that's certainly an option. And my burner setting is halfway between 3 and 4, so I would say about 3.5. This tends to cook pretty fast. I am also going to add 1/3 of a cup of black beans, and I just use the scoop, the measuring scoop, to kind of flatten them out. And I also have some cheese. And you can put the cheese on the bottom first, you can put the cheese on the top, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to put the second tortilla on top. Be very careful that you don't touch the pan. Okay, it's kind of hard to do that with an oven glove, oven mitt on. And I'm going to actually cover it. This is not hot, but if it were hot, I would definitely grab it with the oven mitt. And we're going to let that cook for 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll see how it looks in a little bit before I flip it over. All right, so I think we're about ready to flip our quesadilla over. So this has been on the burner for a little bit. I'm going to take the lid off. I have a spatula to turn it over, and holding onto the pan. I'm going to toast up the other side. And again, we're going to let this cook for maybe about 5 or so minutes. I like black beans because they are a great source of protein. They have both kinds of fiber. They even have some B vitamins. And then cheese has calcium and healthy fats. And, you know, when you add other things such as cooked peppers or onions, even some people have put in some chopped up sweet potatoes that have already been cooked down or boiled, butternut squash, and even just kind of some cooked spinach or things like that. Those are all things that can go inside of one of these, and we'll see how it looks in a little bit. All right, so I think it's about time to see how this looks. Make sure you have your oven mitt on, and I'm gonna grab a spatula and take this off the heat, put it on a plate. I'm removing the skillet from the burner that was on. I turn off my stove, make sure that you do that. And with this is kind of how it looks, kind of hard to see what's inside of it. I would cut this in half personally, instead of eating it just like this. Kind of looks like a pancake. But anyways, thanks for watching, and more recipes coming your way. Take care.